We're here in North Fort Myers, Florida at the North Fort Myers Recreation Center. They have the North Fort Myers Disc Golf Course, which starts over on the right side of the Recreation Center. As soon as you pull into the parking lot, you take a right, and you'll see hole one.
North Fort Myers, another gem as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the property we have in North Fort Myers far exceeds what we have here in Bonita, or obviously the Naples course or Estero. Unfortunately, you're looking at a piece of land there that takes a lot more time to clear. It wasn't a plug-and-play course like the Estero, like the Bonita Springs, like the Naples course. So that's been about 12 years of evolving. Now again, we had the opportunity after putting in the Bonita Springs course. At the time it was under the jurisdiction of the Lee County Parks and Rec. And we went and solicited them to put a course in there. We found a piece of property, said it's just sitting here, it's passive land. Let us at least put a presence here, and it may clear out some of the things that you don't want here, the unwanted things that happen in the woods. So it took a little while there, but eventually we got the okay to go into North Fort Myers, a group effort. We already had a club here. We had already put together the Southwest Florida Disc Golf Organization. So we really had the resources and manpower to go up there and tackle that course. And again, it was a group effort between Patrick Meyer, Bob Buchanan, Joe C., Tim Townsend, a number of guys out there. I'm sorry if I didn't mention their names, to go up and build that course. But again, it was just because of the relationship and the people that we have in the golf club that were able to sway their opinions on it.
This is the old hole one for North Fort Myers. It started on, I would say, the bike path, and it's not existent anymore. But this is the AM pad right here. The pin was up that way, and there was two different pin locations, which don't exist anymore. And back this way was the pro pad, which we still have the poles in the ground for both AM and pro pads. Now, to the right of us, over that way is a little gazebo where we used to meet inside and have our sign-ups and run leagues from there. We had a practice basket next to it, and the parking lot we used to park in. And now we've got the recreation center that's taken over the original front nine of the course. But like I said, hole one is still existing somewhat. We've had to redesign, I would say, probably a good, well, probably 9 holes, 8 holes. And I mean, it's beautiful now, but from where it was 3 years ago to now is like night and day, you know? So it's good to see where it's at again, you know? The thing I like the most about the course is how they kept the original back nine still intact. There's been a few changes, but you get the element of the original course with the new course. So it's taken a while to get the paths beaten down, the fairways opened up, and but I think it's come a long way. But I like the fact that it still has that aspect of the original back nine in the course, you know, so it's still existing.
I love this course. Me personally, I love this course because it's a more open layout. You don't have as much trees in the way for being down here in Florida. It's a lot more cleared out than it used to be. You got open fairways by 30 to 100 feet wide when it used to be 10 to 15 feet wide, lots of palm fronds. If anybody who's played this course 10 years ago, it's nowhere near the same. It's way more open, a lot more fun, a lot better scores. It's just why I love coming here every Tuesday.
Well, we have a lot of events at North Fort Myers. We have the weekly leagues, Tuesday evenings, 5:30 sign up, 6 p.m. tee off, usually a good turnout. And then we have the Saturday morning leagues every week. Well, every Saturday except for the third Saturday of every month. That's when Mega League is in Estero, and the first Saturday of every month is Mega League in North Fort Myers. So we usually get really big turnouts for those Mega Leagues, a lot of fun, also handicaps, and then aside from our weekly leagues, then we have some tournaments every year. We have the Southwest Florida Open, which is back at North Fort Myers again. It was just held this past January, and we'll have the next one January of 2019. And that usually brings in up to 90 players, and it's a really good time. 2-day PDGA B-tier tournament. And then we have the Rumble in the Jungle that Sun King Discs has been running now for, this will be the third one. It'll be in September this year. And that's just a 1-day PDGA C-tier tournament. Tons of fun. We kind of started that one a few years ago to just get North Fort Myers back on the map for people, because the course went through a period of, I don't want to say disrepair, but it had to go through some changes. And so we weren't having tournaments there because the course layout wasn't set well. There weren't good tee pads. The course cleanup wasn't all that good. So it really kind of felt like playing in a jungle. So we kind of came up with the idea of Rumble in the Jungle, and Mike Barnett of Sun King Disc, he really rolled with it. And so he started doing the 1-day tournaments there, and this will be our third one this year. And then we have other little tournaments we do. The sponsorship series, that's the series of now 4 days spread out over the 4 courses in Lee County and Collier County. So the Naples course, the Bonita Springs course, Estero Park, and North Fort Myers. So those are all fun 1-day sponsorship fundraiser tournaments for the Southwest Florida Open. And then we do other fun things like trilogy challenges with the trilogy of companies, Dynamic Discs, Westside Discs, Latitude 64 Discs, where people sign up, they get these 3 unreleased discs, people come out, have fun, you have to play with those 3 discs, and it's a lot of fun. And we've done other fundraiser tournaments before for various nonprofits, like the C3 Foundation most recently. And we also do a holiday doubles disc exchange.
We like to have a consistent league to keep people coming back, you know. I thought just having consistency was probably the best way to keep a league going, you know. So I used to come to leagues on a Tuesday or Saturday and there'd be nobody here. So at least if you go on a Tuesday or Saturday now, you can see there's people running the league at least, you know. Even if there's 2 to 3 people, they're still there, you know. So like I said, it's just about having a consistency in the league and the club, you know.
I will say that the North Fort Myers course is going through a lot of changes, and unfortunately now I feel like we've been saying that for 2 years now, but it's still true. We're still working with the county to get all the permits put through correctly so that we can get 18 holes with concrete pads at every single hole. Unlike, unfortunately, we have some carpets at some of the holes right now and things like that. But we've done a lot of redesign lately, and a lot of people have put a lot of time and energy and probably little blood, sweat, and tears into it. So we are going through a lot of changes, but I know that once we finalize everything with the county and get the new signs, get the new pads, you know, it's going to be even more awesome. It's already my favorite course in this area, so soon it'll be even better.
Course has also evolved over the years into what you see now, and I would expect over the next year or 2 you're going to see a little bit more evolution of that course. There's a group up there really trying to put things together and get it, you know, get it up to par.
We're ready to go throw some discs.